Comedy show. We're going to have a great show for you tonight, so stay tuned. We have comedians. Boy, Freddie, we got a lot of comedians tonight. Yeah, we got to get going.
We're laughing.
But Fred, you know what? This monk, Staten Island, goes to a monastery. And,
Not a monk?
Well, he wanted to become a monk, and he goes to the head monk, and he says, you know, I want to join. So the head monk said, okay, all you have to do is, you can only say 2 words in 10 years. So he said, okay, all right, I'll try it. So 10 years goes by, so the head monk goes up to him and says, all right, you have 2 words. What do you got to say for yourself? Bad food. He said, bad food? Okay, bad food. All right. So he goes another 10 years, and the head monk goes to him and says, all right, you got 2 words. What do you want? He says, bad bed. Oh, okay. So he continues on, and then he says, after a few more years, he says, I can't take it no more. I'm quitting. So the head monk goes to him, get ahead. All you've been doing is complaining ever since you got here. That's it. He was complaining. Yeah, he was, right? Yeah, that's a lot of complaining, man. You know?
What a monk.
What a monk. All right, Fred, we got a lot of comedians, so we got to get going here.
We got a lot,
right,
baby.
so Staten Island.
Yeah.
Fred Coscia, take it away.
Yeah.
Woo. All right.
Woo.
Wow. That was a quick opener.
Cool.
Quickie. All right, our first comedian, Fred. We got to get going here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is Goldberg. Goldberg.
Hey, Nevin.
Hey, how you doing, Goldberg?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Good.
You don't have COVID, do you?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Who are you?
Okay.
What are you, an Indian?
Good.
You think I can get my wife to be a monk? I'd like that.
Oh, yeah? All right, yeah.
2 words
Two
every
words.
10 years. That'd be perfect.
All right. Sweet. And then you should get even complain.
There we go.
2 words. Okay, so where are you from, Goldberg?
I am originally from Brooklyn. Now I know the accent sounds British, right?
Yeah.
And now I live in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I hate admitting that, but
Jersey.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been writing for about 15 years, but performing for about 7 or 8.
Okay, what made you get into comedy?
Laughter is the best medicine. So, you know, growing up as a kid, I was actually I was sick a lot, so I wrote a lot, made a lot of funny stories. So that's kind of how it started.
Oh, okay, cool. And what's your favorite comedian?
Jerry Lewis. Love Jerry Lewis. One of my favorite comedians. I like Dick Van Dyke. I like the old prop comics and things like that. So I love Jerry Lewis, Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, cool. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. I think 20 pounds heavier and living under the FDR drive.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Let's hope not. Okay. All right, where can people find you?
This is great because I usually tell people to find me after my set, but they never follow me. So now that they hear at Goldberg Comic on Instagram.
Okay.
Or at Goldberg Comic on Twitter. And I do a lot of shows. I'm actually doing a big benefit show at the Broadway Comedy Club on November 26th to benefit the victims of Israel.
Oh, cool. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Okay, do you have 5 minutes for us?
Sure. Well, you know, there's been a writer's strike, so I don't have much, but I'll work on something.
Okay. All right, Goldberg, ladies and gentlemen.
How is everyone?
Woo!
Wow, how was everyone's Halloween? It was Halloween just a few days ago, right?
Halloween, yeah.
Yeah. This is actually the first Halloween since COVID hit where I gave out candy. For the last 3 years, I was giving the kids vitamin D and zinc tablets. They weren't, they really didn't like that much. I don't know. What do you think? You think COVID's gone? You think COVID's gone? It was still here? Yes, gone?
No.
Our president just announced that the war on COVID is over.
Woo!
He did. The next thing he's working on is the war in Vietnam, he said. You know, everyone teases Joe Biden, and it's really not right. You know, they ask him, is he senile? And they asked him yesterday at a press conference, are you senile? He gave the best answer. He says, no, I've been vaccinated. So can you believe it's November already? I mean, it just felt like the summer, right?
Yep.
Summer came and went. You know, every year I say I'm going to have a great summer, and I forget one thing. I have kids. I have kids. You know, it's like, Dad, where are we going, Dad? Can we go to Sesame Place? Can we go to Taylor Swift? This year, I made the best decision. I had the greatest summer. I sent them to camp. They had such a good time in Camp Lejeune. They loved it. They loved it. I'm telling you. And now they don't need night lights. I'll tell you, it's been a wild summer, wild summer. I came out this summer. I did. I came out. Listen, people, you have to come out. Let people know who you really are, even if it doesn't go well. It didn't go well with me. It didn't go well, which is surprising. My cousin came out. He came out transgender. They were so nice to him. They bought him Liza Minnelli records. They took him to Broadway shows. I came out Orthodox Jewish, and everyone flipped out. Everyone flipped out. My sons are like, Dad, what's that on your head? You're putting us back a generation. My wife of 26 years says to me, you want me to give up shrimp and bacon for you? What are you, out of your mind? She said, I don't understand. Your boobs are bigger than mine. Why didn't you come out a woman already? She did. But I came out after visiting Israel. Most beautiful place in the world. Most beautiful place. And I know you hear Israel's in the news a lot. You know, these hostages. Actually, they just let go of two of the hostages this week. Yeah. You know, everyone thinks they did it to be nice. Have you ever been in a room with an 85 or 80-year-old Jewish woman? Open the window, close the window, open the window, close the window. But yeah, I came out after visiting Israel. Most beautiful place in the world, most beautiful place. And I remember looking, went to the Wailing Wall, came back to my room, and I looked at myself. I'm getting emotional here. And I looked in the mirror and I said, Steve, all these years, you've taken no accountability, you've been using drugs, you're irresponsible. Look at yourself. You have a bald spot. Cover it up. And that's why I did that. But, you know, it's funny because everyone's arguing over Israel, and it's the small, you know how big it is? It's as big as New Jersey, and everyone's arguing over it. Do you know what the other 49 states would say if a bunch of Jews took over New Jersey? You know what they would say? Thank you! That's what they would say. I'll tell you, I love being Jewish, but the holidays, man, they're nuts. They're crazy. Next month already, we're going to have Hanukkah, right? And you guys, Christians, you celebrate miracle of Christ. What do we get? We got the miracle of Hanukkah. It was a miracle. The light was supposed to last one night. It lasted 8 nights. What? You call that a miracle? Keith Richards is still alive! That's a miracle. I found a woman to marry me and have my kids, and she's a doctor, no less. That's a miracle. Very weird being married to a doctor during COVID. I come home every day, everyone said, Steve, ask your doctor, your wife's a doctor, ask her this question. And I'd ask her the question, you know what she would say? I don't know. I'd say, but I don't know. I said, but what about transmission? I don't know. I'm like, what good are you? The doctor doesn't know, but the barista at Starbucks has all the answers. But she told me one thing, and it saved my life. It saved my life. I didn't know what type of mask to wear. Do I wear a KN95 mask, NK95 mask, surgical mask, LGBTQ mask? I didn't know. She told me, wear a Jets mask. Jets. Because if you're wearing that, you're not catching a goddamn thing! Can you believe the Jets? Can you believe? Everyone says the Jets need a new quarterback. I think they need an exorcist, to tell you the truth. But listen, this may be the last time you see me because I've signed a big-time movie deal. Yeah, you know, superheroes are really big. They got the Black Panther. female superhero Gal Gadot. They even have a Protestant superhero called the Wasp. I'm going to be the new Jewish superhero called the Jewish Kvetch. And my superpower is I make the villains feel so guilty that they surrender. Go ahead, destroy the universe. See if I care. Just know you're breaking your mother's heart. Oh, look at you flying from planet to planet with those fancy schmancy flying machines, destroying all life forms. That you have time for? To visit your parents, you have no time? But like every superhero, I have my weakness, my kryptonite. Oh my God, is that a clearance sale? It's coming out next summer. Go see it. Love you, Nevin. Love you, Fred. Good seeing you guys. Thank you.
Woo! Wow, that was awesome. Oh my God. So moving right along, Fred.
Moving. We're moving.
We're moving.
We got a U-Haul truck in the back.
Yes. Okay.
Wait a minute.
All right. Emma.
Yes.
Emma.
Nice to
How you
meet you,
doing,
Noah.
Emma?
Good. How are you?
Emma, what's your last name?
Kiernan. Emma Kiernan.
Kiernan.
Yep.
Kiernan.
Good old Irish name.
A good Irish name,
Yep.
Freddie.
Top of the morning to you.
Yes. Okay. Where are you from, Emma?
I'm from Jersey. I live in Caldwell, which is about 20 minutes outside of New York.
Okay. How long have you been doing comedy?
It was 9 years in September, so
Oh, 9 years.
a while.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And what made you get into comedy?
Oddly enough, I suffer from extreme anxiety. I failed public speaking in college 4 times. One day I had said I need to do something to get myself out of my comfort zone and figured comedy would be the very best way to scare the crap out of me. And it did, but I stuck with it, and it has made things a little bit easier along the way.
Oh, cool. What do you believe sets you apart from other comedians?
I'm very awkward.
Oh, okay.
Very awkward. I'm dry. I know a lot of comedians are dry, but sometimes my awkwardness kind of shines through on the stage also, which is hard to come by sometimes. But it's really just me.
Okay, awesome. And where can people find you? On Facebook and stuff?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Emma K Comedy, K-A-Y. Instagram is also Emma K Comedy, and TikTok is emma.kiernan.comedy.
Okay, you have 5 minutes for us?
Sure do.
Okay, Emma Kiernan, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me. I just turned 38 years old
All right.
on October 9th. Thank you. October 9th. 38, so I'm now in my late 30s, right? You got 31, 32, 33. You're in your early 30s, and 34, 35, 36. You're in your mid 30s, 37, 38, 39, and then you die. So I'm trying to think of what's next, you know, like because I don't have much time. And I was thinking I'm probably going to get cremated. And then I had to think about, well, you know, who am I going to give the ashes to and where do I want them? And I don't know if you all remember Etch-a-Sketches. Dump me in. Just put me right in there. But there's a reason. After that, I feel that Etch-a-Sketch should be donated to Toys for Tots. And my legacy can just live on through all of the sick children. And I think that's probably the nicest thing I could do for this world. I am engaged. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My fiance is going to have amazing in-laws. They're super, super sweet, super understanding, super judgmental, and super dead. Which is fine, because I think for her, that's just for the best. We met on a dating site. I think everyone at this point pretty much meets on dating sites. Every app, there's apps for everything, right? There's Match.com for boring rich white people, and there's FarmersOnly.com for whatever that is, and there's Ancestry.com for Southerners, and the list just goes on and on and on. I actually read somewhere recently, and that usually means I'm lying, but this time it's true. I read somewhere that this girl did her Ancestry.com, got her results back, and found out that she had been dating her third cousin. And I was like, okay, that's terrible, but if it bothers you that much, you should have stopped after the first two. My fiance and I, we do have a son. We love him very much, and it was time to decide about what vaccines he was going to get or if we were going to do it because, you know, we've all read the reports and we've all seen the news. And so we decided to go with it. We thought that would be the best idea. And so we got him vaccinated, and guys, ever since, he's literally been like just looking out the window and like completely nonverbal. And I don't know if all cats are like that or if it's just mine, but I don't know. It's just something's not right. I was in the hospital last year. I was getting surgery on my foot. And one thing they always say when you come out of surgery is, you did great. Like, how did you do? I don't know what the difference would be then. Before I went into surgery, my nurse, he said, his name was Angel. Great name, not for a nurse that's gonna wake you up from anesthesia. But he said, is there anything that, you know, you're afraid of? And I was like, well, waking up. And he's like, oh, like during the surgery? And I was like, no, just in general. My mom, like I said, has sadly passed away. But before she passed away, I had asked her about who she dated in high school. And she said to me, well, you know, I dated the Count. I'm like, who's the Count? She's like, look, people don't have good nicknames anymore, right? There was Moose, and then there was the Count. And I was like, you dated a guy called the Count? And she's like, Emma, you don't talk about the Count that way. She's like, the Count was the most popular boy in school, and I dated him. And I'm like, whoa, all right, Mom, no problem. But then after she passed away, I never thought to ask if maybe the Count was my dad. And for all of those years, I could have been calling him the Count and just never did. And it seems like a really big wasted opportunity.
Yeah.
I am in therapy, believe it or not. My therapist says I have depression, which means she thinks I'm funny, so that's good. She always gives tips and tricks as to, you know, what can help your depression or your anxiety, and the number one always is exercise. Now, if you need to exercise and it helps your depression, you're not depressed. But I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. And someone came up to me, they're like, yeah, you're doing a lot better. It seems like, you know, things of your parents are dead, like I mentioned. Like they got eaten by wolves. Everything's been a mess. What have you been doing? And I'm like, an elliptical. So, thank you for having me. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was awesome, Fred.
That was good.
Okay, we're gonna move right along, Fred.
That's right.
We're moving. Okay, get that U-Haul.
You all.
Okay. All right, our next comedian is Mo Green.
Mo.
Hey,
How you doing,
Mo?
man?
How you
Nice to
doing?
meet you. Nice to meet you.
All right, cool. Where are you from, Mo?
Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, cool. How long have you been doing? Oh, Highlight. It used to be Highlight. up there.
you're right,
a long
you're
time
right.
ago.
It was a little, yeah, you're right.
A long
you're
time
right.
ago.
Yeah.
Before they fixed it.
How long you been doing
Wait a
comedy?
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
It'll January 20th. It'll be 10 years.
Oh, okay. And what made you get into comedy?
Because I aged myself out of trying to be a young R&B singer. My competition is Chris Brown. So when I pop lock, like my body don't stop moving. So I had to do something.
All right, that's you did something there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what advice can you give aspiring comedians?
Just hit the stages as much as you possibly can. Try to record as many audios as you can. And don't worry about being better than anybody. Just worry about being the best version of yourself, because nobody can do the better version of who you are.
Right,
so
right.
just focus. Don't worry about anybody else. Just worry about you.
Right, because you're very individual, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody
man.
has their own.
It's a mercenary
story.
sport.
Right. They have their own persona, their own way, their own
Well, that's
story.
the only way you could
right?
be number one.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And we're number 2.
I gotta go number 2.
No, we're number 1 on Staten Island.
Yeah.
Okay, and where can people find you?
Comedian Mo Green on all platforms. MOGREEN. So
Okay.
Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all that. Comedian Mo Green. That's
Okay.
it.
All right, you got 5 minutes for us?
Absolutely.
Okay. Mo Green, ladies and
All right. Is this thing on? Is this hello, one? Okay, okay. I can't. Okay. All right, let's get right into it. As far as I know, I don't have any children. As far as I know. And they're like, my mother always pressures me. You know what I'm saying? She's like, Mo, when you gonna make me some kids? Mo, when you gonna make me some grandkids? I said, when you let me have company past 10 p.m. I can't afford rent and hotels. My mother is a hater. This is preposterous. But and this is the thing, like, I'm 44 years old. That's why my mother keeps pressuring me, because I'm 44. Clap it up for me. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yay.
I'm happy. Because black people don't live that long, man. Between diabetes, police brutality, and child support, we are an endangered species. You know what I mean? And the age, it catches you when you least expect it. When you least expect it, you're old. Like, I realized I was getting older when I realized I really do enjoy the taste of a pastrami Reuben. And for those that don't know, that's an old school sandwich with old school ingredients. It comes with Swiss cheese, Thousand Island, sauerkraut. That's convalescent cuisine. I have it every Thursday at 4 p.m. with a tapioca pudding and a yoo-hoo while watching the Golden Girls. I think Blanche is beautiful. And if they could bring her back to life, I would make her my boo-boo. Because Blanche got that boom, 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 boom. Thank you for being a friend. Blanche was beautiful, man. I want to meet a lady so old, if I get her pregnant by accident, she will get birth to a college graduate. That baby go from maternity to fraternity immediately. Summa cum baby. I do need to have some children, though, all jokes aside. I need, 'cause that's the only way you live forever, as far as you know, extending your genes and your legacy. And if I have kids, I gotta go to Africa, man. I gotta go to the motherland and have myself a child with a beautiful African sister. And do you wanna know the main reason why, Nevin?
No, why?
Because the infomercials in the 80s and the 90s, and Sally Struthers told me it only costs 25 cents a day to raise a healthy African black baby, man. Yeah. That's only $7.50 per month. I can afford that. I paid more for Disney Plus. And I don't even watch it. Just like how I'm not gonna watch that baby. Because my dad never watched me. I'm following in my father's footsteps, which were very small because he's only 5'6". But I'm gonna let you go with this. I have this dating motto. You either adore me or you ignore me. Nothing in between. I got no time to figure it out. She got to be in love with me immediately. I'm not that attractive, so I'm probably gonna be single for the rest of my life. You ain't supposed to laugh at that's messed up, man. But you still got to shoot your shot sometimes, man. You still have to try. And that's what I did the other day. I saw this beautiful chocolate sister, conservatively dressed, sipping on a martini at the bar after a comedy show. So I approached her gingerly and I said, I think you're gorgeous and I would love to take you out sometime if that's okay with you. And she was like, well, that's all well and good, but you know, I just gave my life to Christ. And I'll only be dealing with a preacher or a pastor. So you be dealing with a preacher? She was like, yup. I said, you only deal with a pastor? She was like, yup. I said, well, you know what? You came to the right place. I was looking at you. You was looking so beautiful, like a chocolate Kim Kardashian. I'm gonna take you to breakfast. I'm gonna take you to lunch. I'm gonna take you to dinner. I'm gonna buy you those red shoes, that spaghetti strap dress, that Chanel perfume. The only stipulation, we gotta go to the hotel and have some consummation. But we're not really married, so it's really fornication. And if you have a baby, if you get pregnant, I'm gonna catch the Holy Ghost. Or did I say ghost? I meant ghost literally, because I'm not gonna be in that child's life. My daddy wasn't there for me, so I'm not gonna be there for that kid. I'm following in my father's footsteps. Yeah! Hey, that's my time. I appreciate you.
Wow, that's great. Thank you. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Awesome, Fred, right?
Yes.
The show's moving along pretty good.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, our next
Wow.
guest, Freddie,
So
Yes.
good.
is Cathie.
Cathie.
Boruch.
Boruch, yeah.
Cathie Boruch. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to, welcome
Oh my
to the
God.
Staten Island Comedy Show.
Thank you.
Where are you from, Cathie?
I'm also from New Jersey, but I do live in Manhattan.
Oh, cool, cool,
For all
cool.
you stalkers, that's terrible. Why didn't I
You're
tell
more
them
of a
where I
Jersey-
live?
Okay, how?
More of a Jersey
how-
person.
I'm a Jersey girl, yeah.
I can hear it in your eyes.
You can hear it in my eyes.
Car,
Draw, coffee, yeah.
How long you been doing comedy?
I don't know. I've just been doing comedy, I guess, since I was born.
Oh, cool.
See, everyone's laughing. See?
You were born a comedian. Okay. What made you
I think
get?
I have a funny face. That's what I'm trying to say. And when people
so-
see my face, they laugh. So.
Besides coming out of the womb a comedian, what made you get into comedy?
What made me get into comedy, I wanted stage time as an actress. And so if you could bring two people in the audience, you could do, right? That's what, remember? And I saw it in the paper, you know, in the backstage. And then, so I would do my theater, my rock, I'm with the band Guitar Case Act on stage at Gotham. I had like AC/DC playing, Philip Seymour Hoffman came, some rock stars, you know, it was really great. In the 80s, 90s.
Okay. What sets you apart from other comedians?
Well,
You don't have to get close.
my personality, and
cool.
I like to wear dresses when I do comedy. I'm known, right, for someone who, I used to wear twin sets because I worked at Ann Taylor, so I got the twin sets, and then I would go and do comedy, so I was known for that. But I don't work there anymore, but I still get dresses at, like, believe it or not, there's a lot of great thrift in New York, and
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
thanks.
All right. Where can people find you?
Right here. Woo, woo. It's like laughing. Whoops,
What
there.
does that say?
It says my name.
Oh, okay.
It's just my name at my
Face-
name.
Oh, okay.
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay. You have 5 minutes for us?
I feel like I just did it. No.
Okay. All right. Cathie Boruch, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, thank you. What a terrific audience. Give yourselves a hand. That's like my rock and roll dream. I feel like a backup singer right now. Except the microphone's not on. Is this on? Is this thing on?
Shirelles.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop. No. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Woo. I took the boat here. I feel like I'm on vacation. It's nice to be in Staten Island. I know what it feels like to be in a state that's rejected because I'm from Jersey. You guys have the garbage and we have the smell. I don't know. But I'm from conservative New Jersey. And when I grew up, I had two choices: the convent or the country club. The Virgin Mary or the Bloody Mary, you know what I'm saying? But I said, no, parents, I want to be an artist. So I took the artist's way, and I came to New York, to follow my artist dream. Well, my dad wanted me to be independent, like the Virgin Mary, she's a single mom, the Mother Teresa, right? She helps everybody, and the Joan of Arc, right? But I was like, I want to be like my mom, codependent. I want someone to take care of me. I want to have drinks and watch soap operas, And I watched those soap operas, and that gave me the idea of what I might do as an artist. That I thought, hey, I know, I'll go to New York and I'll marry well and I'll divorce better, like everyone in Landview. And there's like one doctor and 5 women, he dates them all, And then when one gets sick, he says, and the friend goes to visit, and then he starts hitting on the friend over the body of the other one. But that's not my joke, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's just the truth. Yeah, that's just the truth. Truth is funnier than to tell the truth, right? Could be a new show. Yeah, it could be. And we could be a new comedy show. So, I came here, right? And like any actor, I got my big break on Law and Order. But you'll never see me because I was a stand-in. And not only that, a stand-in is someone who stands there until the other real actor comes on. But I was a stand-in for a dead body, so you'll never see me. And it was the body of Anna Nicole Smith, so that was cool. You know, I was laying on a pink shag carpet in a bathroom, whatever. But I moved on from that, and I started. You know, I would. Well, I got a corporate job. You know, it's so competitive in New York. You got to have a job. You got to make money, right? Let me tell you, every hallway's a runway, and when you go to a corporate job, it's like America's Most Wanted top model. I'd get there at 7 a.m. to make a good impression, maybe make a long-distance phone call. People would get there at that hour to work. I would run into this girl, promote me in every day. She'd be like there at 7 a.m. like, oh my God, Cathie, look at that. It's only 7 a.m. I've already showered, shaved, moisturized by the New York Times, front to back to front. Have my double decaf latte, cappuccino, my high-fiber, low-fat meal, traded some stocks, spoke to my psychic, got my colors done, got married, divorced, remarried, this time for love, got my MBA, my PhD, learned Chinese, Italian, Spanish, French, German, Russian, and look at that. It's only 7 a.m. Any messages? And I'd be like, yeah, there's two. One for the Betty Ford Clinic and one for the Time Management Workshop. You take them both. You decide. That was the 90s, right? It was fast and furious. But it was fun, too. I mean, when we had Me Too back then, it wasn't like a big wine fest. It was like after a band was ended its show and they were packing up, you know, the van to go away, and they were pulling out, you're like, wait, me too! Don't forget me. I want to be thrown in the back of a windowless van taken to an undisclosed location. I'll sit next to the bass player. Don't forget me. I mean, everybody now, like the East Village, right? There was a home of fashion, art, music. Now, the only time you see fashion in the East Village is on somebody's emotional support animal. It's never on people anymore. Oh, and what was I going to say? I know, I'm like, you know, I'm tired, okay? Right? I'm supposed to be woke right now, but I'm not. I'm tired. You know, I just worked all day and all week, and, you know, I need a break. And I feel like, I don't know, like it's the 80s, you know, like I'm in my 80s. Like I'm in the 80s, but not the good 80s, you know, where you wake up and you're like, oh my God, where am I? Wait, who are you? Is this a penthouse? Oh my God, is that a stocked bar? And a chauffeur and a butler? Wow, how did I get so lucky? Are you doing coke off somebody's disco ball over there, buddy? Get out of here, right? No, not that 80s. I feel like I'm in my 80s where I'm like, oh my God, where am I? Is this a coffin? Wait, am I alive anymore? No. Am I in the Bowery? Well, that's not so funny. sad, right?
Well, you got the point.
You get it, right, though? You get that joke? All right, let me tell you another one. What about those magazines we look at today? You know, the People, the this and that. Isn't it just like an adult version of color forms? You put this man next to this woman with this shoe, with this. They're telling me I have to wrap it up. Okay. Oh, my God, I got so many things to talk about. I guess the last thing I would say is, like, this COVID thing was really freaky, you know, and it took over, you know, it took over the city. And we used to have in the village, you know, like the delis, they'd have the plexiglass case there, you know, like for normal reasons, like to prevent, you know, a drug deal from going bad, you know, and you know, when someone's going there to rob the deli, they have the plexiglass to prevent the bullet from going through. And now they made them for the COVID, right? Okay, that's it for me, everybody. Thank you.
Wow, that was a nice drum roll, Fred.
Well, it was a drum roll. It was close.
Okay. It was roll out.
Yeah, it was all out.
Okay, our next guest is Paul
Revere.
Hennessy.
Hallasy.
Hallasy. Hennessy, Hallasy?
Hallasy. Rhymes with fallacy.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, how you doing, Paul?
I'm good. How
Welcome
are
to
you?
the show. Okay, where are you from?
I'm originally from Long Island, but I've lived in New York City for 42 years.
Okay, how long you have been doing comedy?
About 23 of those years.
Okay, cool. And what made you get into comedy?
Initially, it was because I felt like I didn't fit into the gay community, so I had a lot of anger there.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, then I started to talk about other things as well.
Oh, cool. Now, what advice can you give inspiring, up-and-coming inspiring comedians?
Don't do it. If there's anything else you can do, do that. I personally know 1,500 comedians just in New York City.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's very competitive.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. And where can people find you?
My website is paulhallasy.com.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on all the social media.
Okay, awesome. Now you have 5 minutes for us?
I hope so.
Okay. Paul Hallasy, ladies and
I can't believe I'm here. I mean, the closest I've come to being on Staten Island before this was watching Madonna video. I mean, yeah. But no, actually, I performed at Staten Island Pride. I know, you're shocked. There are gay people on Staten Island. I didn't know that either. But, so, but it's good to be here.
Yeah, but they're only on that side of the...
Oh, okay. Well, hey, fair enough. So, I've been having some health issues lately. I just had my second endoscopic surgery because the first one was so much fun. Yeah, and if you're thinking that's what killed Joan Rivers, you're right. But as my doctor said, you, sir, are no Joan Rivers. So I'm really upset about this war that's going on right now. Yeah, I'm talking about the war between Republicans. They can't even pick their own speaker. They just picked this guy, Mike Johnson, who's so far right, he makes Kevin McCarthy look like a moderate. But hey, now they can get back to the business of not governing. Not governing. But but Democrats are having their own problems too. Like the other day, Bob Menendez was spotted at a bodega saying, excuse me, do you have change of a gold bar? Thank you. So, yeah, I don't know how you can even bring a child into the world these days with all the problems we're having, like global warming, for example. Or how about back in June when the air was orange? You remember that? Yeah, like orange seems to be a recurring theme. I mean, the air is orange, Trump's face is orange, and he might be taking the oath of office in an orange jumpsuit. Yeah, I guess you could say orange is the new black. So, so on Tuesday, I went to see Merrily We Roll Along. Any Sondheim fans? Okay, I'm the only gay man. No, but have you noticed how they give every Broadway show a standing ovation now? Like, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. They're not applauding the show. They're applauding themselves for having $150 to spend on a Broadway show. Folks, it's expensive. So I think someone was talking about Keith Richards. The Rolling Stones have a new album out.
Woo!
Yeah, okay, but what is Keith Richards wearing in his hair these days? It looks like a Swiss Army knife and a set of house keys. Like, is he so strung out on heroin that he can't find his keys? Hey, Mick, where's my keys? They're in your hat, Keith. Thank you. That's my Mick Jagger impression. Thank you. I like to drag that one out every 40 years or so.
That was a great drum roll.
Yeah. So anyway, I think somebody was talking about gyms before. So I go to a gym. I know you're shocked to hear that. It's a gay gym. Now I know what you're thinking. Going to a gay gym must be great, right? A bunch of hot guys running around naked. No, it's not. It's crowded. It's noisy. People give you attitude. It's like a gay bar with weights. You think you feel uncomfortable going to a gym? Our standards are 10 times higher. It's not enough for us to just be in shape. We have to be huge. All the guys at my gym are on steroids. Yeah, they all have what I call a bartender's body. They only look good from the waist up. They all have these big bodies and these tiny legs. They look like SpongeBob SquarePants. What has no legs and goes to a gym? SpongeBob Gay Pants. And my gym is really gay. You want to know how gay it is?
How gay is it?
I'll tell you how gay it is. They have classes like drag spinning, penis Pilates, crystal meth yoga. I mean, my gym is so gay, the guys at my gym have 2 lockers. One for their clothes and one for cosmetics. It's gay is what I'm saying. Okay, do I have time for a song? One song, okay. So my neighborhood is really noisy, and it's so noisy, I wrote a song about it, and it goes something like this. If you're a drunk and you were constantly screaming, you can always go downtown. Hipsters in droves out of their taxis are streaming like a horror show. Downtown. Just listen to the car horns and the sirens in the city. Don't expect to see a cop enforcement. There is. How can you win? The cell phones are louder there. You can get naked in public, set fire to your hair and go downtown. Nobody gives a crap downtown. I am about to snap downtown. I'm never gonna get sleep. Thank you.
Woo! Wow. That was great. That was great, Fred. Hey, Fred, you had a nice rim shot, but it was a little long.
Well, that was called the snare.
Snare win?
That was an upper snare.
That was a good one. It woke me up. Okay, moving right along, Freddie.
Moving along.
Okay, we have our next comedian. Well, we have a lot. Our next comedian is Suzanne Linfante.
Oh,
Yes.
Linfante.
That's it.
Come for me, yeah, shine on me. Woo!
from Alabama?
From Alabama.
Absolutely.
Where are
Yeah,
you from?
Of course, Alabama.
Alabama. Okay.
But I live in New Jersey. I
All
could
right.
be from Alabama.
Okay,
You know.
all right.
I lost my accent, but now I'm back. Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy?
About 8 years now. Well, -2 for the pandemic, so carry the one about 6 years if you do it that way, right? I mean, yeah.
And what makes you, what made you get into comedy?
It was a Facebook quiz. Yeah. It was which classic TV person are you? And I came up Carol Burnett. So I decided that, I mean, just it was just cool. So I signed up for a class right then. But no, I always wanted to be in a sitcom, so I kind of got into this.
Okay, cool. And while you were performing, have you ever had any funny bloopers happen to you on stage?
Well, I didn't think they were funny.
Okay.
Okay. But I've had the cord of the microphone fall out. I mean, I think everyone's had that. I wore boots once, like nice little heels, super cute. They were so cute.
My boots are made from walking, Freddie.
Yes.
My boots are made-
Well, these weren't made for me walking because I had to go up 5 stairs, and then I tripped on the last stair and fell on the stage.
Oh, they weren't made for walking, huh?
Yeah. So there was that, and then another time the mic just went out, and I had to shout my set to a large room of people at the Elks Club.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that was
Hey.
fun. That was fun.
Now, where can people find you?
People can find me on all the social media, Suzanne Linfante Comedy.
great.
You can find me on YouTube. I have a little parody channel as well, like a little playlist of parody by Suz, so S-U-Z. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, you have 5 minutes for us?
Sure.
Okay, Suzanne Linfante.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so excited to be here. So a little bit about me, as you can probably tell. I am the kind of girl you'd meet in a bowling alley. I come from one of those families where everybody bowls. I mean, you wouldn't think it's hereditary, right? But according to 23andMe, we are direct descendants of Fred Flintstone. Thank you, yeah. Uncle Fred. Thank you. Wasn't even a choice, though, you know?
Right. Flintstone.
Yeah, so yeah, we had good old Uncle Fred. But yeah, it wasn't even a choice. I mean, my first doll came with a little bowling ball, little bowling shoes, and a case of Budweiser. Yeah, and there was no Malibu dream house. My Barbie had 6 kids and a landlord named Bubba. But we're good bowlers, and we had the only bowler in the league who could burp the entire alphabet after chugging a pitcher of beer. Yeah, every time I was like, way to go, Mom. That was great. Yeah. My parents were also very vocal in our community. Yeah, the whole town could hear them fighting. The cops were at our house so often, they had their own key. And their own coffee mug. Yeah. Yeah, but that was my model for relationships. First time a guy flipped me off in traffic, I was like, he likes me. Hi. Yeah. But I did grow up believing that marriage is just one long, constant battle. So I was so excited when I saw there was something now called Bridal Boot Camp, which turned out to be a fitness program for brides and not marital combat training. I was the only one there with a rifle. But I also always believed that all that yelling was normal. And then I married a non-yeller.
Oi.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So while I'm flipping out, he's all superior and judgy, just looking down at me, which is even more infuriating, right? Because you just want to drag him down there with you when you're fighting, right? And I finally did it. It was like the happiest day of my life. I got him so mad, he threw an English muffin at me. An English muffin. It wasn't even toasted. It was just this soft, round piece of bread. Just kind of hit me like blip, you know? I'm like, sure. Only he would choose domesticated violence, right? It was terrible. He's trying to kill me with carbs. Like, really? And I wanted to give him the old, superior, judgy thing right back at him, but I was so turned on. It was like, oh my God, that was awesome. Yeah, we're divorced now. Yeah, then my last boyfriend had a drinking problem, which is a big red flag for me. So I only dated him for 5 years. And it was scary sometimes. One night he drank so much, he was literally seeing double. I was like, this is your only shot at a threesome. But that wasn't even the only red flag. I mean, he was so controlling, always yelling and criticizing. Like, I never met anyone so much like my mother. Yeah. And my mother, of course, always had a favorite child. 5 of us, right? She had that one favorite child. And I know a lot of parents have a favorite child. Usually it's the youngest, right? Because we're wonderful. Thank you, yeah. No, my mother's favorite was the oldest child. He's the only one who could buy her beer and cigarettes. I get it, but really, So I'm on a lot of the dating apps now, back to that, yeah, and the only guys hitting on me are the 85 and over crowd. I didn't even know you could get dating apps on a rotary phone.
That's true.
They're a wild bunch, though, let me tell you. One guy's idea of a threesome was me, him, and his defibrillator. I was like, great, my neighbors finally hear me having sex, but all they hear is, clear! And he should have told me I was supposed to use that on his heart. So it's always hard choosing the right career for yourself. Sometimes I feel like you have to start by just eliminating things that you're not suited for. Like, I pass out at the sight of blood, so I could never be a doctor or nurse. Or a hitman. I hate cleaning up, so I could never be a housekeeper. Or a hitman. See, I said that the other night, and a guy yelled out, or a wife. And in that moment, I knew I could be a hitman. Thank you very much. I'm Suzanne Linfante.
That was great, Fred.
Yeah.
The show's moving right along. Okay. Our next comedian, Freddie, is Esther Forrester.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, Esther? Just your second time on the show. Right?
It is.
All right, good. And where are you from, Esther?
Mars.
Mars. Okay. I'm from Venus.
Maybe
No,
we
no.
knew each other. Maybe
See,
we
we
took the
reversed
same
it.
rocket up there.
How long have you been doing comedy?
This is my first time.
Is it?
No,
you
5
can't-
years.
You can. You were on the show already.
That's true. My second time.
Okay. So what made you get into comedy?
My therapist told me I should do it.
All right. Cool. That's good. Good thinking.
Because, like, you know, he couldn't take me anymore, so he figured, deal with it on stage. I don't want to deal with you anymore.
What advice can you give aspiring comedians?
Wear sunscreen. No, I think just to get up on stage as much as possible, try to learn from it as much as possible, and also get a coach, because you don't know what you're doing.
Okay. All right. Okay. So where can we find you?
On MySpace.
MySpace. Hey, Fred, remember MySpace?
MySpace.
I remember the music stuff and the wall, but I have an Instagram, S Makes You Laugh, and a TikTok, S Makes You Laugh. So that's people's best bet.
Okay, great, great. Do you have 5 minutes for us?
I think so.
Okay, Esther Forrester, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! Guys, thanks so much for coming out. Not that you have any choice. Guys, as you can tell, I have this crazy curly hair. Oops. And on days like today, I put hair gel in it. And the good thing about the hair gel is when I go on a date, something is gonna get hard. Yeah, guys. Guys, look at me. Lucky me, I've got the body of a 25-year-old. But unlucky me, I've got the voice of an 85-year-old. Guys, you don't know how much it pays me to see people respond to that. I did like years of therapy to try to get rid of that voice. And guys, the thing these two have in common, they don't know where they were last. They don't know where their keys are. And they don't know the name of the person sleeping next to them. No adventurous people out there. We're more the lose our keys people. Guys, I hung out with my good friend the other day. And what do you know? She's boring. She's like, I got a promotion. I went to a retreat. I was like, I really preferred it when you told me about you and your husband being swingers. And you tried to make out with me. Guys, like, in my real life, I teach tennis. You know what my #1 enemy is? The pickleball players. Nothing says losers like people playing pickleball. Anyone who couldn't win at tennis turns to pickleball. I did this once at an open mic, and someone said, well, what's pickleball? And I was like, you know what it is? They take a stick. They hit the pickle with the stick. The pickleball's on the ground. They pick it up and eat it anyway. That's what pickleball is. And guys, my greatest enemy really are these parents, okay? The parents, they give you the worst excuses for not coming to class. They're like, oh, we can't come to class. We're high. We can't come to class because we're taking in the neighbor's cat. And they're like, oh, we can't make it this weekend. We've got birthday parties. I'm like, really? A birthday party can last 48 hours for a 4-year-old? Let me tell you about birthday parties. Remember when we were growing up? You had friends over, you got a piñata, you played pin the tail on the donkey, you stuffed your face with cake. That was the end of it, right? You know about birthday parties now? You spend thousands of dollars. Hire a DJ, hire a photographer, have like 5 different games for a 1-year-old. Ah, yeah, thank goodness. Guys, I'm never sure what to do about all of this. So I went to my psychic's office. And she didn't know I was coming. Guys, you have all been amazing. You can find me on MySpace.
All right, Freddie. Freddie, that's it, man. That's it. Now, we have some sponsors, right?
We got our spots, AJ,
C Advisors.
Diddley,
D Bagel and Deli. Right.
High,
Tobacco. Oriental.
Plaza.
Oriental Plaza. They provided the Chinese food for tonight's show.
And how about Bella
Beans.
Cafe?
Yes.
Bella Beans.
Mr. Beans. Go down and see him.
Hoppin' in Bella Beans Cafe.
He just pours the coffee. Makes the coffee.
Make the coffee.
Make the coffee. Make the coffee.
I want my coffee now.
What about the Signature?
Kitchens.
Right. And island-wide
Reality.
Realty. You did it again.
Island-wide
Realty. Okay. All right, Fred, you're going to...
We got a lot of sponsors.
Yes, I know.
We got more, but they
left. so
they're a petty thought.
Okay, so Fred, you're gonna drum roll us out. Don't worry if it goes over a few minutes. Don't worry about it.
No, don't worry if I get a heart attack.
Yeah, right. So you're gonna drum roll us out. Everybody's gonna get up and dance when we roll out. So
right,
Freddie
let's get up
Coscia,
and dance,
bye, everybody. See you on the next show.